Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Trinidad Bhojpuri Words and Phrase, an effort to help improve our appreciation for cultural heritage. This is a KDC production in collaboration with Caribbean Hindustani. I am Karen Das and joining me today, Dr. Visham Bhimull. Our chosen words this week, RASTAA, CHEENKAY, DHOLAK BAJAWAY, CHHEENAAR, and METHEE. For a more in-depth look at these words, let's get started. RASTAA, to which the response was simply road or path. And of course, we're familiar with RASTAA thanks to that Bollywood song, "Main to Raste se ja rahi thi." So RASTAA was our first word last week.
Right. RASTAA comes from rust, which is Persian for right, as in the right-hand side, but also right within the context of being correct, right, like in English, right-handed. Being correct. So the straight and narrow path in the context of the way forward. In Spanish, we say derecha, which is right, but and you say derecho, which means straight ahead. Again, you see that context of a path on the right path. In Dutch, we say rechtsaf, which is rechts, which is to the right. So rechtsaf, which means straight ahead, as in a path. And in French, à droite is the right. Tout droit means straight ahead. So we see the same context from Persian, rest to the right, RASTAA. RASTAA is Trinidad Bhojpuri, which becomes RASTAA in modern Standard Hindi. So RASTAA, a path, a road, a way, right?
And what is Dagaria?
So dagar, which is the actual word dagar, gets dagaria, the way. You refer to it as a familiar way, adding the iya gives a term of endearment to the part, but dagar comes from Sanskrit, which we are Sanskrit/Prakrit root, that will come from that lineage linguistically, and RASTAA will come from the Persian roots of Hindustani.
All right. Now, if I crinkle my nose and I squint my eyes and I say the word cheeky, it almost sounds and it feels like a sneeze. So that was the word last week, cheeky. Is it two sneeze or a sneeze?
Yeah, cheeky. So it's in English is achoo, which what we think it sounds like a sneeze, onomatopoeia. In French it's achoum, right? So I guess the Hindi/Hindustani speakers, it sounds like ching. So cheeky, right? Which means to sneeze. Yeah, cheekna in Hindi.
Our midweek phrase, DHOLAK BAJAWAY, and immediately a song popped in my mind, Rakesh Yankaran's DHOLAK BAJE, Dam Dam Dam, Baja the Gunguru, Chum Chum Chum.
So, bajna, we get this time, you would say ek baja, one gong, one ring. So something rings of its own accord. So R&D way, our way would be creating the transitive. So whereas a bell rings on its own accord, and you add but. So that's baje. So bajaway, which means to cause to ring, or to play, or to chime an instrument. So bajaway means to play an instrument. And dholak is dholak. You could see the common roots in the they say nagara dhol, right? So that's another type of drum. So dhol is the context of drum. And then in Punjabi, you hear the context of dhol, right? In the Punjabi song, which is in Punjabi as well. So dholak is a type of dhol, drum, and bajaway means play. So it means to play the dholak.
Wonderful. We move on to CHEENAAR. CHHEENAAR. This was an exciting word for those who participated online. It was also hilarious in some cases. A woman who has stolen someone else's husband. A swear word in Fiji language. Someone who lacks character. Someone with no morals. A loose woman.
The Hindustani verb cheene means to steal or to snatch, right? And you could see add in the R at the end. We have sona, sonar, right? Loha, lohar. It gives the noun for that. So R is the individual who would snatch. So R and R, you get cheenaar. So it will be an individual who steals others, be it for lust or wantonness. So it is correct to say cheenaar means a loose woman, so a wanton woman, or individual in general. And cheenaarpan means prostitution.
Cheenaarpan.
Yeah, like ladka, boy, child, ladakpan means childhood. Bachpan. Childhood. Yeah.
And our food-related word, METHEE. I mean, we really loved it. How we loved this word METHEE. Not only did I get a description, but I got cooking techniques, and I also received the health benefits. People submitted health benefits of METHEE, and it's a good thing you, my resource, you are a doctor, so you can tell us more.
Right, so things like cinnamon, fenugreek, all these things also within the context of diets and controlling blood pressure, blood sugar. I know METHEE as a child, Mom used to have, my grandmother, Nanny used to have, but all of a sudden, within the context of the world of Food Network and all this en vogue thing in media with regard to cooking, we get the name from the Western perspective, fenugreek, right? So a lot of people know what fenugreek is, but they didn't know that it was used in Indian cooking from time immemorial. And yes, the Trinidad Bhojpuri Words would have been, which I would know from childhood, is METHEE. Yeah. Well, I know it as a seed. Yes, all plants have different stages, the seed being initial stage.
And it's the seed that we use in the cooking specifically.
Yes, and we would explore other seeds that we would use. That's the basic ingredients for dry masala.
Great. So we have just wrapped up another episode of Trinidad Bhojpuri Words and a Phrase. If you'd like to get in touch with Dr. Visham Bhimull, here's how you do so.
Yeah, so Caribbean Hindustani, which is on Facebook as well as YouTube. And then there's CaribbeanHindustani.org, available on all available online.
Great. Thank you very much, Dr. Visham Bhimull. This has been a KDC production in collaboration with Caribbean Hindustani. Stay tuned and be sure to catch up with more Trinidad Bhojpuri Words and Phrase.